Hello, hello, hello. My name is Travis Gibb. If you've seen this video, you are probably on our Kickstarter. Welcome to Upheaval #1. It's a very cool, very exciting superhero book. I want to take a minute. I don't normally do videos, but this is our 29th Kickstarter and my first superhero. So I wanted to bring it. I also want to bring on the artist. Brian Wolf is here, going to talk about the book. Brian and I have been working on this for a little bit. We're super excited. He designed the character of Upheaval, and it's really cool. It's really exciting. You excited about this launch, Brian?
Well, it's my first superhero book too, so I've really only been jumping in full into comics for about a year now, and this is the probably the most excited I've been for a work, even beyond my own.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah. For me, I support a lot of indie comics. I read a lot of indie comics, but I also, my monthly pull is superheroes, man. Like, it's all super. This is my monthly pull, and it's Superman. Come on, all these are now bent because they're not in a bag and board, so that's going to screw me over later. But superhero comics are the bread and butter. They're my favorite thing, and I'm excited to dive into it with you with all these amazing covers and everything. So Upheaval's about Poppy. Poppy was her family was murdered at 13. She's been with adopted family, but she's very tech savvy, and she's been building drones and trying to figure out information about her secret life. And we start right in the action. That was one of the things that I wanted to do with Brian. Is he started right in the action, right? You start right in a fight. We start in a fight, pretty much.
Yeah, she walks into a highly secured building and just starts throwing fists, which is cool because she's a diminutive girl, and I made the guards just as big as they could be. So it's a lot of fun to see how she handles the technology and how she benefits from it.
Yeah, and she uses drones and tech to be that's her ally, but not in the way like an Iron Man. She's not necessarily an Iron Man. She's kind of her own little tech thing. I think closer to like maybe an Ironheart or I don't even know. I don't think there's a comparison of like limited tech because it's always one full tech or not tech, right?
Yeah, she's not exactly armored in any way, really.
Right.
She's, just wearing streetwear essentially and going to battle. So yeah, it's an interesting character, and so she has to use her drones a certain way.
Yeah, what I think people are going to really love about this is though this is the start, the first character, this is the creation of a universe. We've committed to at least a 5-issue miniseries to get you a graphic novel. Hopefully you love this and we can keep doing this. I think Brian and I are having a lot of fun, so we'd love to keep doing it. But when we get through this first issue, second issue, we're going to expand that whole universe. You're going to see a whole bunch of new superheroes. I'm going to create a whole bunch of stuff and play. Like I said, this is what I love. I know Brian and I were both at a comic store last weekend buying comics, getting excited about superhero comics and putting them out. And we hope you'll come and back us and support us in that.
Yeah.
So we have 4 different covers. We've got Upheaval #1. We've got our main cover right here with our bad guys that Brian did right there. That's a really cool cover there. And then Brian came up with these are my samurais, and Brian came up with this 8-bit idea, which is really cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when we talked about the samurai, which we're going by the Crimson Kabuki in the script, I don't know if we're going to change that name or not, but the look had to be Kabuki, but I didn't like a static mask. I kind of wanted to change them out as they're moving in the action. And I also wanted to show that they were tech and not just wearing samurai armor. So I thought, what if it's a screen? What if it's 8-bit? And what if I can change the faces as they go?
No, it's very cool. It came out really cool. I'm excited about it. And then the next one we've got our good friend Sean Foundry. Great cover, definitely J. Scott Campbell-ish looking cover. Very cool. We're super to have that. It's probably going to stay virgin. I have room for the logo up there, but it's just so pretty.
Yeah, it really evokes the period I think that we talked about, which for me is like the early 2000s comics.
Yeah.
Those are the books that brought me back into comics: Ultimate Spider-Man, Invincible, and that's kind of I think what he really captured here.
Yeah, he did a great job with that. And then last but not least, our buddy Gerald did a great cover here. Super cool action shot, single color, very, very cool, very, very, very chic. And that's going to be our most expensive. That's going to be our highest cover because it's just killer. It's very cool.
And Gerald, I mean, if everybody doesn't know him already, creator of Immortal Coil, he is a graphic artist. He's been doing it for many years. He's just now getting into comics. That was his first superhero drawing for publication.
Lots of first here, which is really cool. So a couple other pledge levels that I want to talk about. We're not going to talk about all of them, but I want to give two more that we have here. One of them is our collector's kit. So our collector's kit here, it's going to come with a poly bag to the left. Brian hasn't even seen this.
Nope.
We've got a 4-print print. So all of our covers will be a print. We'll have a magnet and a sticker. And that's the only way to get the sketch cover. So if you want the sketch cover, that's where you're going to get it. That's not drawn on. There is a pledge level to draw on it, not pledge level, an add-on for $65 where Brian will sketch it just like he did him right behind him. Look, he did a sketch of it right there. So if you're a collector and you want to get in and get some of our cool swag, that stuff, that'll also come completely signed by Brian and I. will drive to Brian, we'll get them all signed, and we'll get them taken care of for you. So they're 100% signed. If you are all in with us, we're all in with you. This type of thing, you know. Anything you want to say about that, Brian?
I mean, it looks like a great set. So, you know, I don't imagine lots of people would love it. So I don't know.
We'll give you some copies, just one or two. And then our other big one is right here. You can be drawn in. So we've got a draw-in tier. It's $110, and it comes with cover A and B. So this is a cool thing. If you've ever wanted to get yourself drawn in a comic, this will be an issue 2. We'll draw you in. We'll give you a couple options of scenes, and Brian will draw you in. But you need to help us out. If you want that issue 2 to come out sooner rather than later, you're going to have to message Brian those pictures really fast after you pledge. But this isn't something I do very often, but superheroes, you know, they're fun, and they evoke that opportunity, you know, crowd scenes and stuff like that. So I think that's all we have for you. We want you to just get down at the bottom, go ahead and pledge. As you see, I'll even bring it up real quick. We've got tons of different options here. We don't want to keep you too long. We want you to get to backing and pledging. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can't do that. I apologize. I cannot do that. That's going to be embarrassing for the video. Oh, no, I lied. Here you go. So this is our stuff, you know, all of our tiers are right there. We've got a whole bunch of pages. Brian just sent me the 23rd of the 24 pages that are in the book of story. This book will be a 28-page book. It'll have a couple of behind the scenes stuff in the back 4 pages that we're going to do. So get excited. It's going to be a fun book. We're really excited to get this out to you. We've got a great Kickstarter, but go ahead and scroll below and join us with Upheaval. Yep. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming on, Brian.
Thank you.
Back us.
And I'll get back to work.
It's